Granada Soccer Night.
Having endured a torrid start to the season, John Aldridge is enjoying life to the full at present, lauding it over Premiership teams. West Ham in the FA Cup on Saturday. Prior to that, Coventry got it lock, stock and barrel. Against Barnsley in the last round, it was barely a contest. Showboating into the quarter-finals of the Worthington Cup. Saturday wasn't the time to ask BRYAN Robson for an autograph. He was far from enamoured with Middlesbrough's performance at Wrexham, who were worthy winners. He wouldn't have expected any favours from Fergie Jr. He certainly didn't get any. You always get a nice welcome at the Reebok. Cheers, Sam. They've given the Premiership a bit of an ego bashing as well this season. Derby and Sheffield Wednesday. At the Reebok tonight, it's Wimbledon, again, for the fourth successive season. The crazy gang spirit lives on, but they're adapting, and adapting well, to a new style of play. But they're still crazy. A very good evening to you. I'm not really sure there's a genuine underdog tonight, with both our sides being at home, and of course it could be an all-Northwest semi-final. Well, Colin, Todd and Steve McMahon will be amongst other issues, eulogising over two goal-of-the-season contenders. Fair comment, guys?
Certainly agree with it.
Yeah.
OK, well, we'll see them shortly. We start, though, at Prenton Park, where Tranmere have won for the past eight starts. The commentator, Roger Tames.
Tranmere striker Scott Taylor used to work at Heathrow Airport. Tonight he climbs aboard a team already flying at high altitude. Two Premiership teams have seen their cup aspirations fail to get off the ground at Prenton Park. Will Middlesbrough making a hat-trick of crash landings? Taylor leads the attack in place of leading scorer Wayne Allison, who's cup-tied. It's the only change from the team that beat West Ham, so Ruben Hazel stays in his newfound defensive position at the centre of the back four, alongside Dave Challinor, the man who launches those massive long throws. Tranmere, very much a team expecting to lift off. Borough's Steve Vickers comes back to the club, where he made nearly 400 appearances. As one of Middlesbrough's less expansive signings, it may well be his long-established commitment to the Teesside cause, which Brian Robson has to call on most tonight. The Premiership team's defence is without the injured Gary Pallister, making Robson's options after Saturday's disaster at Wrexham all the more limited. But he's shifted away from his beloved wing-back system. Robbie Stockdale comes into a flat back four, with Phil Stamp moving into midfield. Keith O'Neill is back, but Paul Gascoigne is out again. Referee is David Ellery from Harrow. The big question tonight, how will these two teams react to such wildly contrasting FA Cup fortunes just a few short days ago? Middlesbrough with an immediate chance to put behind them that disaster at Wrexham, but Tranmere, as that one flies into the net from Robbie Mustoe in the opening seconds, but doesn't count. Tranmere, of course, absolutely buoyant, and a formidable prospect here at Prenton Park. That was clearly an offside decision. David Ellery already called into action, and his assistants as well. Well, that was a good block by Keith O'Neill. Challinor will get his first chance to really hurl one. We've not seen this long throw before. Stand by. Paris defenders will know all about it. He's been clocked at throwing them more than 45 metres. And that one absolutely flies across, and Schwarzer was under pressure, hammered back in there as well by Alan Mahon. And that is the sort of danger that Middlesbrough can expect. It was Challinor's massive throw which set up Henry's winner against West Ham, and you do not come across that sort of tactic very often. And Tranmere know that. And Borough are about to really find out. Here's O'Neill. That's a good break by Christian Ziege. Hamilton is in the middle. Hazel was there as well. Still not clear. And again, Borough hit the back of the net. But again, Mr. Ellery's whistle has clearly gone. and the flag is raised again. Two sharp breaks by Middlesbrough have pierced Tranmere, but neither time has it counted. And the Coventry lost 5-1 here in this competition. And Tranmere had a shocker against Portsmouth in their next game, but there's no reaction that's adverse here. In fact, that one flies just over the top. I don't think that Mark Schwarzer was ever in danger, but Alan Morgan still with the initiative to have a go. He was only 2 or 3 yards off his line. Juninho not able to get to it. Instead it's out wide for Andy Parkinson. Parkinson keen to have a run. Parkinson still going through. Middlesbrough have to be wary of their tackling. Musto is back there trying to keep it under control. Dangerous run there from the 20-year-old. Tempting Borough's defenders to dive in. Neil was there, Ziege did slide and get something to it, but there was no reward. Challoner halfway into the seats before he hurls this one in. That comes in like an extra set again. Ricard living dangerously, but showing he's got real strength on the ball. Still with Ricard. And a nice bit of skill as well. Juninho is deepest if he can get it over to him, which he does. Ziege is through the middle, so too Dean. It was a really dangerous break from Middlesbrough. But again, Murphy was off his line sharply, and Juninho showing the pace and the control that he can bring to it. Ziege too was filling in from midfield. Dean was up there. Murphy intercepted. But now, away come Tranmere. Taylor. Here's David Kelly. Just the wrong side of the upright. It was Gary Jones again filling in from central midfield. He's like a third striker. Kelly was out wide, pulled it back. Stamp got a foot to it, that was about it. And it flew a yard the wrong side for Tranmere. Had to hit it first time. Schwarzer, to give him some credit, had a good deal of his post covered. But if that had been hit that strongly, he'd have had little chance. That was close. Ricard, game gathering tempo all the time. Here's Dean. Juninho is in the middle. Here's Juninho! Off the line by Hazel. Quentin Park held its breath then. They waited for Juninho to take the chance. He was absolutely dying for that one. Came behind the defenders. And comfortably clear of the line in the end by Ruben Hazel. Close at one end from Tranmere. Closer still from Middlesbrough. Oh, that's a nice turn from Scott Taylor. He couldn't do much with it in the end. Mann, what a nippy player he is as well. Very, very sharp around the midfield, Tranmere. Gareth Roberts borrowing Dave Challoner's towels. They have towels all the way around the touchline here at Tranmere, so Challoner can get a really good grip on the ball. Henry. Parkinson is the wide man on the right. Tranmere with plenty forward. And it's a goal by David Kelly! And they got on the end of one eventually. And David Kelly gives Tranmere the lead. Kelly, the skipper, such a clever goal scorer, getting ahead of Fester, timing the run to nip in front of the defender, and so sharp and converting, and the First Division side are threatening yet another Premiership reputation. That was cool, experienced work in front of goal that John Aldridge would admire. He knows a goal scorer when he sees one, and David Kelly is the man tonight. Tranmere are ahead. Here they go again. It's another free kick. Parkinson again, the victim. Well, looking again, that ball in the middle. Scott Taylor ending up on the deck. And looking for some support for David Ellery. Banged in there hard. Stockdale is on his way to the ground already. And Taylor claims he pulled him down with him. Referee not interested. Stockdale still a little relieved. Taylor more than a little disappointed. Blocked by Kelly. Fester had to be strong. Fester still hasn't got it clear. And David Ellery makes himself rather unpopular again by giving Middlesbrough the free kick. Popularity never probably been David Ellery's aim in life. Just losing his footing there, Fester. In the last seconds of the extra 3 minutes that David Ellery has added. Picked up by Morgan. Half-time whistle goes. It's Tranmere in command. David Kelly, after 38 minutes, turning the chance in on goal. So much service into the box has been dangerous, and one had to fall, and Kelly was sharp then, getting ahead of the defenders. It's a lead that Tranmere certainly deserve, and these fans are looking forward to another Premiership victim. At half-time, it's the First Division team who are in the lead. It's Tranmere Rovers 1, Middlesbrough 0.
It's not fair, it's not fair.
For the last time, Holly, he can't come to your party, he's an alien. Now come out of the cupboard.
No. What about fancy dress?
What?
Fancy dress.
Don't be ridiculous, invitations went out ages ago. On second thought, matey. Change of plan. Fancy dress. Whatever you want. Can you get your mummy for me? Fantastic. I'll see you then. The more the merrier. Dear Alison, I'm really sorry to have to do this to you, but we've changed the theme of the party. Same place. Bye.
Last minute change of plan? Don't get worked up. Work it out with a phone call.
There's always one who gets a bit overexcited, isn't there?
BT, stay in touch.
Well, I want you to know.
Strepsils have relieved more sore throats for more people around the world than anyone else.
You know you make me wanna shout.
So you can trust Strepsils to understand your sore throat. No wonder Strepsils make you want to shout.
Hey, babe. You know I need you all night.
The Motorola V Dot, V Small,
All day.
V Light, V Sexy.
Sony Vega. Flat screen televisions for a digital age.
Aldridge will be more than satisfied with his team's first half showing. They've got the advantage thanks to David Kelly's strike, and looking to make it 8 home wins in a row. Brian Robson's half-time team talk may have been rather the more urgent. Certainly his team have taken a fair battering. Stamp. Now Dean. Not too much support around him. He still has to wait for reinforcements. Ricard is getting challenged there all the time by Gary Jones. Musto sweeping it out wide to Juninho. Middlesbrough really needing something special from the little Brazilian. He's got O'Neill up there, and he's got his work cut out, and he's not making too much headway against Alan Morgan. Juninho is a battler, but so too are the Tranmere players. Corner kick. Middlesbrough pushing both their central defenders forward, needing to make some headway here, needing to capitalise on a set piece. Juninho ready to deliver. Keeper's come a long way and comes flying for it and gets a decent hand on the ball. Stamp tries to knock it back in straight away and succeeds. O'Neill with the header into the middle. Juninho hits it and hit the bar. Tremendous snapshot there from Juninho. First time, and so close to the equaliser. It was Tranmere's turn to be under some aerial bombardment, and Juninho let that one fly. Awkward ball to hit, and a real dip in it. Joe Murphy given no chance, and Juninho denied there. Robson may be feeling this might not be my night. This is Parkinson. Gets it into the middle where Vickers was. O'Neill couldn't get it away. Musto lifts it clear. Ricard away now. Been battered all the time. I'm not liking it. McMahon being shrugged away then. A little bit of ill temper creeping in. Juninho as well. Roberts is the player involved for Tranmere. And it's Juninho who got the yellow card after all that, for joining in. Certainly reflecting the edge that's come into Middlesbrough's play. Murphy's cutting across. O'Neill it was who knocked it back into the middle. Ziga anywhere will do. Ricard trying to get to it. Brave work by the keeper. David Ellery being besieged. Ziga. That's what they were appealing for. That handball, I think. Ricard collapsing on top of the keeper. And Murphy not looking too good for the experience. Forward then by Gary Jones. This is Marn. Marn into the middle. Off the line this time by Middlesbrough. Aldridge can't believe it. Kelly thought he'd got another. And the second time the ball is cleared away from that line. Well, that was good work on the ground. It was Steve Vickers. Home territory again, as it were, putting the ball clear. Barra living right on the edge now. A second would really make their life close to impossible. Juninho. Tackles have come flying in, especially by Tranmere. Juninho undeterred. Keeper Joe Murphy is coming off. Got a bit of a battering then in that incident a few minutes ago involving Hamilton Ricard, and obviously groggy. He'll be replaced by John Achterberg, the big Dutchman. Will that just be one of those changes that unsettles the team? Although Tranmere must feel they've got a very capable and experienced deputy, the 28-year-old. Dean looking for the 1-2 with Mustoe. Ziege could get there all the same. Mustoe taking his bearings. Here comes Ricard. Ricard, inside, outside. And Alan Mahon was back there working feverishly. The ball out of play. Middlesbrough have got a corner. Premiership team really pressing now. Ziege's corner. It's a good one. There was defensive cover there. Challinor on Vickers. And the ball goes to a second corner. So many bodies in there. Vickers was looking for a glorious return to Prenton Park. Over it comes again. And that time, substitute keeper John Achterberg has no problems. Quick delivery, and they are quick. And Parkinson is really quick. And Parkinson, that is a magnificent goal! Andy Parkinson, absolute lightning! Look at John Aldridge! What a counter-attack! He came out of there like Linford Christie. Achterberg, good awareness, he saw him. That was a good throw, and look at him go! Stockdale was there, Ziege, Mustoe trying to get back. That was an excellent finish at the end of an awful lot of physical work. But maybe a good break there, inside, outside. And Schwarzer was beaten. And Parkinson, a real rapier through the heart of Middlesbrough. It's Tranmere 2, Middlesbrough 0. Is there a way back for the Borough? Whistle goes again. Ricard is brought back. And Brian Robson, furious. Ziege brought down, and it was the second challenge that was a bit fierce. Juninho also complaining. Ziege hits it. It's a good one. Achterberg chose the defensive side of his game. After the quick release for the goal, a solid piece of movement there, and the body right behind the ball. Ziege hit it decently, but the Dutchman thwarted the German. Juninho. He's the last line of defence at the moment, looking for a bit of support. Dean knocking it on. Ziege getting round the back, onto that dangerous left foot. Ziege has got one back. Just when Borough were looking for a bit of quality, Christian Ziege supplies it. Now as it came on, he is so strong down that left-hand side. Looked up, and it was through Achterberg. No heroics there by the standing keeper, but Ziege was strong. Hit it firmly, and got a reward, and Middlesbrough are back in the hunt. Through the keeper, 2-1, just under 10 minutes to go. Just about in some sort of contention, Middlesbrough. They are desperate for a second goal. Ricard hits it, but pulls his shot wide. Quick to set his sights there and turn his man, who was Graham Allen, who'd just come off the bench. He needed the accuracy as well. Here's Parkinson again. No urgency now, no high-speed actions, and O'Neill does well to get possession. The linesman is flagging, the referee overrules him, and Andy Campbell has got to turn his speed. Now can Campbell create something here? He gets it wide to Juninho. Could this be the last chance of Middlesbrough? Into the middle there, he needs to turn. Mr. Ellery looks impassive as the appeals come in for a possible penalty. But there was never really a serious offence there. Heart-stopping moments. Dean just couldn't get turned. He felt the touch and went down dramatically. Hamilton Ricard's reaction said a lot, that the referee not interested. And Tranmere hack it forward again. They're absolutely screaming for the final whistle. Indicates the indirect free kick. that whistle blow. This surely has to be the last effort. Mark Schwarzer's going up there as well. This would be something really spectacular as O'Neill hits it in there. Schwarzer, the keeper, doesn't manage to get anywhere near it. And the final whistle goes, and Tranmere Rovers have pulled off another famous victory. John Aldridge commiserates with Brian Robson. A disastrous night for Middlesbrough, but Tranmere once again have taken a Premiership scalp. Coventry went out. West Ham went out on Saturday, but 4 famous days in the history of this club come to a conclusion with Tranmere into the semi-finals of the Worthington Cup. The final score, Tranmere Rovers of the First Division 2, Middlesbrough of the Premiership 1.
Well, John, many congratulations. They gave you everything tonight.
Yeah, they keep on surprising me. As the third Premiership side we've beaten now, which takes some doing. It's a feat in itself. And we are a very young side. There's only Dave Kelly there with vast experience. All the rest were average age of 21. So it speaks volumes for them.
Tonight I thought the lads give everything, and you can't ask for anything more than that. Like, you know, I say, a few decisions could have went for us. Our good chances on other days you put them in, but it wasn't to be tonight.
Now, this place has become a death trap for Premiership teams this season. Why is that?
It's become a bit of a death trap for everybody in the nationwide as well. In the last sort of 6 or 8 weeks we've been playing very well. We're working hard. We're putting some good performances together. We defend very, very well. You know, so I don't think it's the Premier League teams that are having tough times at the moment. It's everybody else.
There's a great team spirit, you know, amongst the lads, and that's what we base our play on. You know, you've got to work hard to be in the team, and that's one thing we do for each other.
Well, they talk about domestic cup competitions being devalued this season, recent season. You can't beat nights like that.
No, it's a fantastic night, wasn't it? Especially for Tranmere. Wonderful stuff.
I think that's better than a lot of European games.
I think they're getting a history of a pedigree as well of knocking out Premier League sides. I mean, they've done it again tonight.
But in fairness, the Premiership team tonight, Middlesbrough started brightly, Steve, didn't they? And
yes,
if it wasn't for sort of Ruben Hazel's goal line clearance, then, you know, they'd have taken a 1-0 lead for sure.
Of course, yeah, and he'll be very disappointed, Juninho there. He only has to lift it off the deck and it goes in the back of the net. But again, you can see the spirit in the Tranmere camp with the men rushing back to help.
As a defender, Colin, you'd have been...
Yeah, the one thing about it, you know, they've got bodies behind there. There's about 4 bodies. All right, Juninho should have scored, but he hasn't connected properly, and there's enough bodies on there to make sure it doesn't go in the back of the net.
Without Hazel running back, then that's a goal. You know, he said he smelt a little bit of danger, and okay, even if it goes in the back of the net, he still had the attempt to get back.
So maybe Juninho, sort of in that position, showed a little bit of an experience. Certainly David Kelly for his goal, Tranmere's first, showed all the experience of an age-old striker. Yeah. I mean, he's done the rounders, David, but...
Well, you see it before, and we watched it live, and in the build-up to it, he's walked and walked, and all of a sudden he knows the cross is coming in, and he got in front of his defender.
How hard is it to mark someone doing that, Colin?
You talk about attack and play there. I mean, people say that forwards have to go by people to cross the ball, but he's only made a yard, and he's put it in across the defender, and Kelly's known that it was going to come there, and he's arrived.
I think the defender
timing was very good, but the defender, Fester, isn't going to meet the ball. He's flat-footed, and obviously Kelly's getting in front, and the ball's made it, but the movement of Kelly's been good as well.
Okay. Well, let's move on to the second half, Steve, where I mean, Tranmere's defending was absolutely frantic. I mean, frenetic. You unconventional, use whatever phrase you want, but it was the Alamo, wasn't it?
It just shows you the spirit they've got in the camp, and that's all hands to the pump. And when you cup ties it, that's what they're made of.
I mean, they've got something to hang on to, haven't they? And they're making sure that they are hanging on to it.
There's one clearance that went slightly wrong. Juninho hitting the bar. Steve, you were saying during the game that you know, he was spending too much time in defensive positions.
You see him at one stage picking the ball up, and he's in a sweeper position. He's no good there. He's not effective for Middlesbrough, that's for sure. He's effective in behind the 2 strikers, getting chances up the other end. And Tranmere would have been delighted to see Juninho picking the ball up in them positions.
Nice player there, wasn't he? Now, our first goal of the season contender from tonight, Andy Parkinson. What about this?
It doesn't go amiss in the Premier League, never mind in this tie. It's a fantastic goal. What's good for me, and I spoke about it before, is the fact that he makes the goalkeeper's mind up. When a goalkeeper picks that ball up, they're leading 1-0 at home, and most other players would have took the steam out and took the heat out of the situation. But yet he's made the run off the ball for the keeper to throw it, and it's in the back of the net before you can blink. It's a great goal.
I think Aldo enjoyed that, didn't it? It doesn't get much better than this. That was the body language there.
I mean, it was. You talk about passes making goals, but I mean that was one pass, and all right, he's had to do a bit more work. But it was a tremendous run by the boy. Good throw by the keeper.
I suppose the cynics would say that's Route 1 football.
With some quality. With some quality. Yeah.
It was a more educated Route 1, wasn't it? It wasn't just a run forward and see what happens.
I had my tongue slightly on my cheek there, but for running at pace, that was absolutely exhilarating. Right. Well, after the break, we're off to the Reebok. Now, will it be Bolton or Wimbledon to face Tranmere in the semi-finals? Find out shortly.
There's offside! Oh, it would have counted! Gudjohnsen!
Makes a refreshing change.
Woodpecker, what a refreshing change.
The new Philly Shave Quadra Action has a unique combination of slots and holes, eliminating both long and short hairs at the stroke of a hand. It's waterproof, so it rinses clean. A virtually effortless shave that saves energy for other things. A new Quadra Action from Philly Shave.
It's been a battle. You see, I enjoyed smoking. I also wanted to stop. So I'd stop, then start again. Until now, Nicotine CQ and my willpower help me control the cravings even in the mornings.
Nicotine CQ starts you off with our highest level of help, a steady 24-hour stream that helps calm the cravings hour by hour.
I'm not out of it yet, but there is light at the end of the tunnel.
With your willpower, Nicotine CQ can help you stay calm, in control and quit.
On digital prepaid it is then.
We could get it today and could be watching it tonight. Yes!
Excuse me, have you got On Digital prepaid for the family?
The On Digital box, as you know, comes free. And now, On Digital prepaid gives you 6 primary channels for 12 months for this one-off payment.
And you could be watching it tonight. On Digital prepaid from Comet?
That's common sense! Yes!
It's only snowed on Christmas Day once in the last 20 years. That's why it's so important to get everything else just right. Like Sainsbury's traditional bronze turkey served with a new luxury stuffing with vine fruits and cranberries. Fresh and ready winter vegetables with a honey glaze. Christmas pudding with sherry, walnuts and brandy. Mini minced tartlets. And ideas in the Sainsbury's magazine like ice cream with after-dinner melts. Just a few of the unique ideas from Sainsbury's to make this Christmas very special indeed. Sainsbury's, making life taste better. At Sainsbury's until the millennium, Blanc de Noir champagne is on offer at £10.49 a bottle, or just £9.49 each when you buy 6. Sainsbury's, making life taste better.
Kodak Advantix, what an easy way to take better pictures and a great idea for Christmas. From only $39.99.
Just finished beating Joel at Soul Calibur on Dreamcast. Most satisfactory.
The only games console with free internet access and email through your TV. Dreamcast, up to 6 billion players.
And welcome back. Here are the teams at the Reebok for tonight's other quarter-final. Gudny Bergson returns. The impressive Jussi Jääskeläinen continues in goal for Bolton. And the man they won't sell, EIDUR Gudjohnsen, partners Bob Taylor up front. The Dons, well, very impressive up front themselves, extremely dangerous. Hartson, Court, Ewell, Gale, all proven scorers in the Premiership. The commentator's Alistair Mann, and we join it in the first half.
Ardley. Again, Hartson, the aerial target. Again, he gets some sort of part of his head on it. Here's Johansen. Good movement up ahead of him, actually. Jensen's made a little run. Gardner's just inside the fullback. Ricardo Gardner with a shot, and Sullivan at the second attempt gathers it into the body. Good run from Gardner. Good movement off the ball as well. And a neat little pass from Jensen that played Gardner in. And it needed 2 goes for Neil Sullivan. Jensen's ball forward, just inside of Ardley. Ardley was always second favourite. Gardner's shot was gathered. Here's Ewell. Tackle from Jensen. Clearance by Holden. Controlled by Cunningham. Hart. Bergson sticking close to him. That's a good ball from Hartson. Here's Carl Court, and there's the opening goal. A fabulous ball from John Hartson. A clinical finish from Carl Court. Minutes, and the Premiership quality of a side with just 1 defeat in 10 matches was all evident there. Lovely pass from Hartson, the extra pace from Carl Court, and the finish was sheer quality. Look at this pass from Hartson. He's not just a scorer, he's a provider as well. Mike Whitlow left, and Carl Court took his time and finished. Gudjohnsen. Good runners up ahead to the left-hand side. It's a good ball from Gudjohnsen as well. Good move. Here's Taylor. Now Gardner. Real chance. Right into the midriff of the Scottish #1. And he once again is testing out Neil Sullivan, Ricardo Gardner. Good counter-attack from Bolton Wanderers. Plenty of pace. And not a bad shot either. Now here's Hartson. Really is in the mood, John Hartson. Here's Ewell and Court and Hartson. Good save from Jääskeläinen. Well, the two of them, Court and Hartson, have combined for a goal. They almost did so again there, but it was the other way around this time, and it needed the save from Jääskeläinen. Bergson. Holden. Towards Gudjohnsen. Not the prettiest duel ever, but suddenly Gudjohnsen's in the clear. Real chance, but he's lost it in his feet. Here's Johansen. The shot, well, they never had enough power on it to trouble Sullivan from Robbie Elliott. It was on his wrong foot, really, the right one. Certainly favours his left. Gudjohnsen had the better opportunity. Whitlow out-jumped by Court, and he's gone for the return. Court, and he's in the clear, and, well, all but the finish, wasn't it? The offside flag's gone up, so it doesn't matter what Hartson does, but Carl Court puts the gloves to the head, and he did everything right, it appeared. Looked as though he'd given Wimbledon a 2-0 lead until the inside of the post denied him. Another excellent piece of work from Carl Court. Now Holden. Jensen. Gudjohnsen. Good feet from Gudjohnsen. Good run! Oh, brilliant! EIDUR Gudjohnsen with a goal to treasure. Well, you go a long way before you see a goal as clever as this. Look at the exchange of feet, the balance, the poise, everything's there to admire. That's brilliant. That's good too. And that's fantastic. What a goal. EIDUR Gudjohnsen. Bolton have counter-attacked superbly this evening. And attempting to do so once more with Johansen. Holden. Johansen. And Taylor just for a minute, he's picked himself up. Oh, what a miss. Well, that's the other side, I suppose, of a striker. He scores an absolutely breathtaking solo. And then what, within a minute and a half? He does that. Well, we none of us are perfect. But on a night when he scored one of the best goals that's graced the Reebok Stadium, what would you have said about him having done that? Bolton's play is a pleasure to watch coming on the counter. Here's Jensen again. And they have a corner. Gardner's corner. Free header, that was a pull on the shirt, penalty. Bob Taylor definitely tugged. The referee's positioning was first class. Taylor's unmarked, and there's the shirt tug, and well spotted by the referee. Trond Andersen, there was no question in my mind, and none in the referee's either. So Neil Sullivan will try and thwart Michael Johansen. No chance for Scotland's number one. It's 2-1 to Bolton Wanderers, and my, how they've deserved it. Really good penalty, thumped with pace right down the middle. Gale, good ball in, Hartson! Oh, that was close. He got in front of his marker, and his header was only just adjacent. Great ball in from Marcus Gale, and this is a clever header from John Hartson. He got in front of Gudni Bergson, and he comes within, what, a ball's width? What a menace. Energy side on. But just at the moment, Wimbledon have got Bolton Wanderers on their back foot. There's Kimball. Good angle ball, caught with a header. Only just beyond. Lovely driven ball from Alan Kimball. And Carl Cork got up well here. Got a full forehead on it. The Escalada was beaten. Gudjohnsen, Gardner, good touch. Real opportunity as well. Whitlow squared it unselfishly. He was surely better off having a crack, Mike Whitlow. He went for the unselfish option, and there was enough Wimbledon bodies back to make sure that nobody got on the end of the cross, but what an opening for Mike Whitlow. Jensen finds Johansen. Johansen finds Jensen. First time ball pits in Gudjohnsen. Gudjohnsen in towards Jensen again, but just going away from him, and good decisive goalkeeping from Neil Sullivan. Lovely move again from Bolton Wanderers, and Gudjohnsen strode away, and Jensen was just a matter of a yard away from it. Here's Johansen. Gudjohnsen trying to stay onside. Jensen's on the right-hand side. Taylor and Gudjohnsen are in the middle. Still with Jensen. Now with Johansen. There's offside! Oh, it would have counted! Gudjohnsen. Well, it looked like he had to be offside, but no flag went up. Another high ball for Bolton to deal with. Hodgson! Inches. He thought that was it. Turned well, brought it down well, shot pretty well. And still, Bolton Wanderers have their lead. Forward by Holden. Lovely little flick there by Johansen, but Jensen was too far away. Approaching the 90 minutes. Bolton's defence is still staying rigid and determined. Great tackle by Elliott. What a team effort this has been. Cunningham. Good header away by Bergson. Al Joffrey. Whitlow. Now Al Joffrey won't get there. 4 minutes of added time. The torch is going to continue for Bolton Wanderers faithful. Free kick. Whitlow on Hartson. Well, Alan Kimball scored a real special goal against Huddersfield Town in the last round of the Worthington Cup. One fancies, though, this will just be a dink towards the posse of players on the far side. Which indeed it is! Headed over by Fish. And it's unfair to single any one player out for Bolton, but Mark Fish has been superb tonight. Kimball to take the corner. Stoppage time at the end of a gripping cut time. There's the header off the line. It was Anderson's header. And that's out of play. Anderson got highest. That was cleared by Elliott. Another long look at the watch by the referee. Bolton are desperate for it now. Cunningham. Now Ewell. Cunningham again. Flick on. Headed away by Fish, then slammed away by Fish. Still not clear. Cunningham. Headed away by Joffrey Hartson. Off balance. Never got his head over it, and the ball sails over the bar. And perhaps with it goes Wimbledon's last chance. Sam Haman, the Wimbledon man, through and through, hoping for a return to a domestic final. The famous one against Liverpool in 1988, but this one looks as though it could be beyond them. Final minute of added time. Gale trying to just probe one more time. Holden trying to stand up to him one more time. Thumping header away by Al Joffrey. A foul on halfway by Roberts. Roberts will be in trouble here. What colour's the card? Yellow. Far too much to go for it to be a professional foul, I suppose. There cannot be more than seconds remaining between Bolton and the last ball of the Worthington Cup. Wimbledon goal kick. The Bolton fans, the Bolton players, Sam Allardyce and Phil Brown, all urging the final whistle. But this man knows how long there is left. No more time! It's a magnificent night for Bolton Wanderers. They've come from behind to take another Premiership scalp, thanks to a Michael Johansen penalty. A tremendous equaliser from Rovers 2, Wimbledon 1, the last 4 for Wanderers.
Overall, a fantastic night, a fantastic performance. 3 Premiership scalps now, and this one the biggest test, and we came through that brilliantly.
We did really well to not only restrict them to the 1 goal, but once again it was a great team performance, and yeah, great to be into the semi-final.
Does a defender enjoy a game when he's as busy as that?
Well, I wouldn't say you enjoy it, but obviously you enjoy it once you come off the pitch and you got to get a result like that. But the whole team defended really well, and we're just happy with the result, and it's good for not only the team but for the club.
I think you've seen, without any question of doubt, one of the most wonderful goals you will ever wish to see in any stage, anywhere in the world. I think it was absolutely fantastic when he picked the ball up wide and beat 4 or 5 men and slotted it in the net.
Obviously, I'm very pleased, especially because it got us going again. It was the equaliser, and I mean, obviously, it's a nice one to have on your CV.
Told you we had a couple of cracking goals tonight. We'll see that one again shortly. Colin, first of all, the sort of night that was synonymous with Burnham Park days, wasn't it?
The cup pedigree has come through again. Tonight was a thoroughly deserved victory. And I believe it was the hardest test tonight. They beat Sheffield Wednesday the previous round, but tonight was one that was always going to probably give them problems, but they overcame the hurdle.
Especially after Carl Cord had put them one up.
And especially the run that Wimbledon have had as well. And they went a goal behind on this occasion. Mike Whitlow's just probably getting caught on the wrong side, and he's probably mishit that, but he's hit it across the keeper and it's gone in the back of the net. Gundy might have done better there.
Good ball from Hartsey too.
Yeah, tremendous.
You don't see it often now when there's 2 balls in behind the fullbacks, and it happened twice early on.
And this could have made it 2-0. Now this was a real turning point, wasn't it? If had this gone in, trouble.
Yeah, I said during the game that could be the turning point, and it was, because obviously Bolton went on and they got that equaliser, which was a tremendous goal. I mean, the boy has a tremendous talent.
Cue the tremendous goal, Colin.
Yeah, I mean, it was. When you see him pick it up, he's got a hell of a lot of work to done, but he's got good balance, quick feet. I went by people and finished tremendous.
Yeah, left, right,
yeah.
Here. Beat 3 or 4 men in the process and that.
And everybody would be raving about that goal, and I think we ought to rave about it because it was tremendous.
I mean, he used to play with Ronaldo. I doubt whether Ronaldo's ever scored a better goal than that.
He's probably taught Ronaldo some of them things.
You reckon he's passed on a few tips?
The Nationwide will be delighted, won't they, tonight, because they've been 2 fantastic goals. They really have.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I mean, we say this so often. It's a credit to the Nationwide League. It's almost an insult that you've got to say that.
Yes, it is, because the big teams there, Colin.
Yeah, it's been a tremendous night for the North West. I mean, 2 teams in the semi-finals. Yeah. One's got to get to Wembley. It's going to be a shame for whoever loses out on the occasion.
Steve, because I mean, really, this is just going through the motions, because the penalty which led to Michael Johansen's winner was very obvious, wasn't it?
Blatant, and the referee's got a great position as well. We don't see him in the picture there, and it's slammed down the middle, but the referee had a great position. It was no two ways about it.
Bob Taylor doesn't make things happen in the box, Colin, does he?
Bob is a good foil. He's good for the team. The way they play into feet, Bob can hold it up, the same as Ari Gudjohnsen to get runners in. But a little praise for the boy Holden, who came in at right back, who was always going to be tested with the boy Gale, but came out with big pluses on the night.
As you said quite rightly, a great night for the North West. We have an all North West semi-final. Let's have confirmation of the draw, because it's not altogether simple. There are still 3 games to determine the other semi-finalists, and yet the draw for home advantage is tomorrow. The draw for home advantage, because we know Tranmere playing Bolton.
I think in that tie, Tranmere Bolton, crucial for me. Who gets the away?
I mean, it's like the old European nights card, which you both play. I mean, it's just nice to sort of go shut up shop for the away leg.
Yeah, it'll have
home and attack.
It'll have a different bearing on it, because in the games that were played, there had to be a result on the 90 minutes. Where on this one, whoever gets the home leg first, the away team has got to probably.
The thing is, they know each other so well, don't they? That's the thing.
Funny, it's great. Colin says that. Well, the last time the 2 Nationwide teams were in the semi-finals was Colin's team Bolton and my team Swindon, and we had the home advantage first, and we thought it was going to go to extra time and everything else in the second leg.
We'll go down memory lane in a moment or two. One First Division match affecting us tonight. Crewe against Wolves. First time we've seen this. Colin Little, ex-non-league player of Hyde United, crossing for Paul Tate, who was playing for Northwich Victoria last season. 4 in 5 for him, 3 straight for Crewe without conceding. I mean, Dario's
in a good run again, isn't he? I mean, they were down at the bottom there. Similar to Tranmere, you know, Tranmere were struggling, yet they picked themselves up, and Dario once again has produced another win on the night, which has moved them up the table.
It's also something that both of you as sort of First Division managers, you know, ex-First Division managers currently will appreciate, you know, this knack of plucking players out of non-league football.
You have
Two
to.
of them there provided the goal.
Well, you have to. Clubs like Crewe and like Swindon and now Bolton, with the restrictions that they have on it, you need to produce, you know, and QPR are doing it as well with Wardley. You need to do that. You've got to do it at this level.
Listen, Colin, Steve, thanks for being with us on a really memorable night, isn't it? It really has. Well done to Tranmere, well done to Bolton. They meet in the first of the Worthington Cup semi-finals this season. Now, we've got Soccer Sunday for you at 6:05. One of our guests will be Kevin Conley, and John Aldridge, if you're watching, please join us as well. We leave you with tonight's 2 wonder goals from the three of us. Bye-bye.